Hey guys, so I'm starting off this tutorial by doing my brows. Like I always do, I'm using the Zoeva wing liner brush and the Anastasia dip brow pomade in Ebony. This is how I've been doing my brows. I kind of just fill in the outer like 3/4 of my brow and the edges, and I just line them up, and then I use a powder on the inside. I find that if I use the dip brow pomade on the inside of my brow, it just looks too fake, and it just looks, I don't know, it looks too waxy. So I just kind of do the edges, and I'm going to be cleaning them up. So I try to be as precise as possible, but we're going to clean it up. So it's okay if you go a little bit outside the lines. So I'm using Ebony powder. This is from the Anastasia Pro palette, and I'm using the Anastasia number 7 brush, which this is like the only brush I will use for brow powder. I love it. I have like 5 of them. I'm obsessed with it. And in the front, I just go in the direction that the hair is going. So in the front, up and down, and then sideways for the rest of my brow. Now I'm going to clean them up, and I've been using this brush. I ordered this from Kelley Baker Brows. This is like the concealing brush. It's very famous, and I love it. So happy that I bought it. It was so worth the money. It just really gives my eyebrows a really clean, sharp look. It's stiff, but still flexible, so I really like that. And I'm using MAC NC20 Concealer Studio Finish Concealer. And I'm blending that out with my finger just to kind of warm up the product. Now I'm using Soft Ochre Paint Pot from MAC to prime my eyes. My eyes have been really irritated, dry. I've been trying everything, coconut oil, just all types of oils, and it's just forever a struggle. So now I'm going to set that, and I'm using the Makeup Forever eyeshadow in M510, and I'm using a Dose of Colors blending brush. And now I'm going to be using this shade, which is M650, with that same blending brush from Dose of Colors. And you're going to notice that this eye looks really neat and clean and smooth, and then this eye is just like the ugly cousin. Like, what is that? It looks so patchy, and for some reason this eye always gives me problems, but you just got to work with what you got. So that's what I'm dealing with. My eyes have just been irritated. I'm not sure if it's even the glue anymore. I don't know if it's the eyelashes, eyeliner. Like, I feel like I'm just allergic to air. Next up, I'm using Makeup Forever M664. This is one of my most used Makeup Forever shadows, and I'm using one of my favorite brushes from Smith, and I love this one because it gets right into the socket of the eye, and this is the 230 brush. It's a must-have for me, and I love that this color is just so warm. It just makes, I don't know, I just love it. It makes every look super poppin'. So now I'm going to be mixing 2 shades to create the perfect kind of like goldy color, and I'm using, what is this one? M512, and sorry, the numbers are so small. D712. I'll have them down below. I should have been prepared. But even when I write things down, I like freak out and I get nervous when I do voiceovers. But anyway, I'm mixing 2 shades to create the perfect lid color. I feel like it's not too gold, it's not too champagne. It's like the perfect color that's going to go with everything. You can wear silver, you can wear gold, and you're good to go with this eye. This is like my go-to eye. Whenever I don't know what I'm going to wear or where I'm going, this is what I'll do. Now I'm doing my wing liner. I'm using the same Zoeva wing liner brush, and I'm using the Inglot gel liner. Now, here I made that face because I messed up a little, but I'm going to show you a little trick that I do to fix wing liner. So I haven't used gel liner in a really long time on myself, so I'm kind of just all over the place with my eyeliner. Like, I was struggling because I got so used to my Tom Ford liquid liner, but I'm just trying to see what's causing the irritation. So I'm applying some mascara and then some eyeliner. This one's from Marc Jacobs, and that was the Eccentrico Giorgio Armani mascara. And then I'm going to prime my face. This one is like a random brand. It's Imani Perfect 10. I got this because of Daisy and because of Kathleen. And then I applied some Makeup Forever smoothing. I really like the Imani primer serum. It definitely hydrates the skin, and it has been making my skin look a lot plumper. It just looks really good with this primer. So I highly suggest it. I got it online from Derm Store. And now I'm using Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I'm in the shade Rattan, and I love it. And I used a Makeup Forever foundation brush to apply it, and now I'm using my beauty blender to blend it in. So the brush that I use is the Makeup Forever 108, and I just prefer using a beauty blender to just furthermore push the product in. I'm not a fan of foundation brushes on their own. Like, I like them because they add more coverage and more even coverage, but I always will use a beauty blender. Now I'm popping on my favorite lashes. These are the Velour, Fluff, and Whispy. You guys always ask me what lashes I'm wearing when I wear these. Velour, Fluff, and Whispy. They're just like the most dramatic but still wearable kind of lashes. They're really long, so you have to be careful if you put mascara on them because they will touch your brows, but I just love it. I love the drama. Now I'm using Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, my favorite, and I'm using the shade Light. Sorry, my lip is a little busted. I have a really bad habit of picking at my lip, especially when I'm nervous or bored. I pick my lips and it's so disgusting. I'm sorry. It looks horrible. It looks like I got my lip busted. So I'm cream contouring. I'm using the Clinique foundation in Golden, the Chubby Stick foundation in Golden. And so I'm just blending out the concealer first. And then I'm going to use the, what is this? A MAC 197 SH to blend out my contour. You can use your beauty blender to blend out the contour, but I just like that this is really precise and I blend it where I want to blend it. Sometimes the beauty blender, the product will kind of move a little bit. I like to use my beauty blender after I've used the brush. It just makes more sense for me. And at first the color looks a little like weird, but once you blend it out, it literally looks like your skin. I mean, it is a foundation, so I feel like it blends so effortlessly. Whoa, did you hear that? It blends so effortlessly because the formulation is the foundation. So they make it, you know, very blendable and very creamy. So I really like that. And now I'm setting my under eye with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm baking. I'm going to do a video on this. Although today my face was extremely dry, especially my under eyes. Girl. So I'm going to show you a little trick what I do to kind of help that. So first I'm just going to set the rest of my face. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury medium powder and I've been using that pretty much every single time I do my makeup. I love it as my setting powder. And then I'm just setting that cream contour with the Bobbi Brown Golden Light Bronzer, and I'm using the Zoeva Luxe Contour Brush. This is like my go-to combo. So I'm brushing off that bake, and this is where I noticed, girl, that under eye is very hella dry. So my little trick is to apply a lot of Fix Plus and then let it dry and then continue to go on with your makeup. It's going to diminish the dryness right away. So now I'm just bronzing up the skin. It wouldn't be a Rosita tutorial without some Give Me Sun by MAC. So I'm using a Ciroc brush to apply that bronzer. And now I'm using this brush, which I love, from Smith. It's the 112. And I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Chic to Chic blush in Love Glow. For my glow, I'm using the Lancome Glow Subtle Gold Lights Highlight. And I'm using this Morphe brush. This is the Morphe M501. It's been my favorite as of lately. I mean, it's just such a pretty gold. I talked about it in my favorites video, and then I like to just blend it in with my beauty blender, and then to kind of set it, because it is like a cream product, I'm using the Kiko 208 shadow. So bomb, with that same Morphe brush. For my eyeliner, I'm using Costa Riche by MAC. I mean, what's new? And then I'm just smoking out my lower lash line. I'm using a couple of different browns, and I'm going to deepen up the bottom with the M656. So right over here, this is M656. It's a gorgeous fudgy brown color. I absolutely love it. Now for my inner corner, I'm going to be mixing this really bright white from Makeup Forever and then like this golden color. So it's ME122, and I'll leave it down below. You'll know which one it is. I applied some bottom lash mascara. That's MAC Extended Play. And now I'm lining my lips. I'm using the Huda Beauty Trendsetter Lip Contour Brush. I love her lip liners. I'm obsessed. It's so good. Now I'm using Galactic Bashful. You guys know that's my jam. I love Galactic Bashful. And then I kind of lighten it up with some Pure Hollywood from Anastasia. And then I finish up my brows with the with the brow definer. I just got like a breaking news update on my computer. I'm kind of scared because of the election. And then, so yeah, I was using Ebony for the Anastasia brow definer, and then I always set my liner with the Balm Schwing. This is an amazing matte black eyeliner. It's so bomb and black, and it's amazing. For underneath my eyes, to kind of brighten a little bit more, I'm using the Kat Von D shade Light. I only use the banana shade. It's my favorite. I just really like how bright it makes my under eye look, and it just cleans up the whole look and just makes it look a lot more put together. I like to apply it also in the center of my face to balance everything out so that my under eyes just don't look super duper white. Now I'm using the Mirabella highlights in Swirling Pearl for my nose highlights, and as well as a little pop in the inner corners. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. And then I'm just setting my brows with some brow gel, some clear brow gel. I feel like my brows are getting thinner. Now I'm just straightening the little edges of my hair. I didn't straighten my whole hair. I just kind of let it air dry, and then I just kind of straighten the corners so I don't apply too much heat. And then I'm using that same fudgy color, the M656, in the crease to just give myself a little more definition, and then just blending everything out just a little bit more. Now I'm using the Scandinavia Bridal Spray. It's my favorite. And then I'm gonna add some lip gloss because why not, right? This is Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar. It's my favorite lip gloss. I love it so much. It's the perfect nudie color, and it definitely lightens up the lip combo that I had, and it's like minty fresh. It's amazing. And then I'm just blending everything a little bit more with whatever blush I had left on the brush. So that completes the look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you do recreate it, tag me, let me know what you guys thought about this. This is like my go-to glam. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you so much, and pray for America. Mwah.